Take this object, but beware, it carries a terrible curse.
Ooh, that's bad.
Okay, we're back with the Cefiro, and ta-da! The dash is back from getting flocked. So it took a little bit longer than he thought, because there was obviously lots of dramas, like always with the Cefiro. He had lots of problems with it sticking on there. I'm not too sure why that was. Maybe because I used something in the past, some kind of like interior cleaning or something. But yeah, he had a lot of trouble with it sticking on there. But finally we got it. It's very dirty right now and really dusty, but it's all done. So absolutely stoked. It looks pretty incredible. I've put some of the trim pieces back in. There was a few problems because he used a lot of glue. The trim pieces didn't go in so well, so I just had to use a Dremel and just kind of go around the edges a little bit. You can see here as well where there's white and stuff. I've just kind of gone around it, so it's kind of coming off there, the dust. But the goal is, let's get this back in the car and try and put the rest of the interior in, because I'm getting sick of looking at it right now with no interior in there. It just looks awful. But yeah, that's it. A flocked Cefiro dash. It's very dirty because it's been sitting in my garage for so long, covered in dust and stuff, but yeah, stoked. So anyway, I'm just going to cut to a montage with some music, and let's try and put the interior back in this and get some more things out of my shed. I've got a shed at the back, it's just full of stuff at the moment. It's amazing how much room the interior parts take up, and try and put everything in its right place. So yeah, cut to music and me in the car. Dash in. Yeah, let me get some light here. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest, as you'd expect, removing a dash, but to show you, this little sensor up here, that's going to come out. Other side there's a sensor, pop that out. There's a 10mm there, a 10mm there. There is a 10mm down here and a 10mm on the other side. And then you'll have a couple of screws up under the glove box here, and a couple of fittings for the bulb and everything as well. But obviously everything else around it has to come out as well. So it's looking pretty good. As I mentioned before, the only problem really was the glue that he used to put the flocking on. It is causing a few issues with the trimming going back in, but everything seems okay at the moment. But I've just got to use the Dremel a little bit just to get around these little spots, just to make sure everything clicks back in. These top parts up here were a bit of a pain in the bum, but they're all back in now, and it all looks pretty good. So we'll just keep on going, really. I really want to get all the interior in tonight, because it's just causing me so much stress, just all this stuff laying around, and the longer you leave it, the you forget how it goes in. But thankfully the dash wasn't too bad to put back in, and I remembered how it went back in. So yeah, that's done. So we'll continue putting in all the pieces around it. So off to the shed I go and grab all that. Okay, sorry I didn't get to film too much. It was kind of a little bit hard to have the camera and it got really dark really quickly, but I'm chilling in my back seats right now. So the back seats are in, which is awesome. So yeah, that is pretty dope. So they're looking fresh. I'll obviously film this during the day. It's so dark right now, and yeah. But these panels are in. Obviously the roof is in from last time. And let's have a look at this. Yeah, so it's a bit of a mess, obviously, down there. But pretty much all of the dash is in. So I am stoked with that. So good just to get all those parts just out of boxes and back where it all belongs, and it's looking really good. The Cefiro is black. It's so crazy to think that this carpet I put in like almost like, when was that, like 2019 or something like that, like winter 2019-2020, and I've never driven it, so yeah. So black carpet with the black interior is all in. One thing I should probably mention is the seat belts. I have not changed the seat belts, they're still the old ones in there. I didn't want to risk any problems with, you know, when it gets to get its like annual roadworthy thing here in Norway, like they might have a problem with that. They said that it's been changed or something, so I just kept them in. They're obviously the old color, but hey, it's kind of an homage to the what the Cefiro was, the brown interior. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna film this tomorrow. The music's playing in the background, so I'm probably gonna get like a copyright strike or something on YouTube here, so I'm gonna be careful just talking over the music. It is dark right now, but yes, I will film this during the daylight so we'll get a better look at it. Obviously, all that's really left now is to put the front seats in and a couple of little panels, and that is it. So this is a massive achievement on the Cefiro. So yeah, this is huge, but I'll see you when it's light again. Okay, we are back. It is absolutely fantastic weather. The Cefiro is outside. It's dusty. It's covered in pollen, which is typical for Norway. But the interior is done, and I'm sitting in it right now, and it feels weird, but kind of cool. It's just so weird to be sitting back in this car again with a new steering wheel and all black interior, but it looks crazy. A bit overboard in the Bride, however you want to pronounce it, interior, but it's looking pretty damn dope. Totally different. The old baby brown, baby poo brown interior, however you want to say it, is gone and replaced with this. We're a little bit more modern and a bit crazy, but yeah, it definitely makes an impact, that's for sure. So let's start from the floor up. What I've done: new black carpet from an R32 that fits perfectly in a Cefiro. If anyone wants to know, I'll put a description above on that video, which I did 2 years ago now, which is crazy. floor mats from my old R32 Skyline in Australia, which I kept when I sold it. I make sure I kept them. They fit perfectly in the car, which is cool. All of the interior pieces have all been primed, painted and sealed. It turned out really well. Matte black, really good. I've actually hit them a few times and they haven't scratched, which is awesome. All the dark door cards have all been retrimmed and painted as well. I'll put a video here for that one, which is done. And then the big one, which is the dash, which has now been flocked and looking pretty fresh. It's very different. It's something I'm going to have to get used to, I think. It's a bit of a different color than the matte black, but I don't know, I like it. It's better than what it was. It looks cool. As I said before, putting it back in was a bit of a nightmare. All these trim pieces were very hard to put back in because of the glue. But they're all in now. This piece as well was very hard to get back in. I just had to use the Dremel again, putting around it, but it's all in. Steering wheel, genuine 90 wheel that I found on Yahoo auctions for a good price. It was very faded, so I've had it fully retrimmed as well with all new stitching. New bolts in here as well. I've just left that out because I have to make sure that the horn works. The stereo I took from here, it's now in the Subaru, so it needs a stereo. Let's go on the back seat. Back seats have been painted and retrimmed. I'm pretty sure I've got a video on that one as well, and looking really cool. Parcel shelf, I just retrimmed that myself. It definitely needs a bit of a clean. And then the roof liner has all been redone as well in black. So I wanted a black interior and I got it. It only took me 2 years to do, but hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say, and good things come to those who wait. But yeah, it's done. So this is one huge accomplishment with the car, getting all this back in. It was one of the main things really before I really wanted to do anything else. I just wanted to get this done because it was just, I couldn't even look at the car without the interior in it. It just looked like a wreck, but now it's looking complete again. And actually it wasn't too hard to put it all back in. I was kind of dreading it, but like I've done it so many times, removing all these panels and everything. Obviously I've never done the dashboard before, that was the first time. But I could do it again. I wouldn't want to do it again, but I could do it again. I never will. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, so it'll be interesting to see if everything works after I plugged everything in, but it should. It's really only a few plugs, but yeah. All good. So yeah, this is done. Next is the fuel tank, which has to go back in, and then everything under the bonnet, and then we should have the Cefiro back on the road again. But we're definitely on the way now, so yeah. This is huge. Let me know what you think. Was it a bit crazy with all the Bride interior? I really like it. It's what I wanted from day one. I think it looks awesome. It makes an impact. Some people won't. Whatever. It's my car. I mean, I've gone crazy with it now, so yeah. Anyway, the one thing though that I have to mention is these seats are not in the paperwork for this car, so I'm gonna have to pull them out. I've got some other S14 seats that'll go back in. Because this is the car will have to go through its EU check thing that they do here in Norway, so I'll have to put the seats in, so I don't want any drama with that. So yes, we'll do that. Other than that, it definitely needs a wash, as you can see, because it's been sitting in the garage for a long time now. But yeah, it's always good to get it back outside and just have a look at it in the sun again, and build up that motivation, because honestly the motivation with this car has been lacking the past few weeks, especially because of that has kind of entered the ball game now. The Subaru's kind of taken over. I love it, I love driving it, and I kind of just want to work on that, and I've lost interest in this. But putting the interior into it, everything has kind of rebuilt that motivation, so yeah, all good. Anyway, I'm going to give it a clean, put the other seats in, and then call it a day. And then maybe tomorrow build up motivation again to do a few more things on the car. So yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching. Interior's back in, stoked. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.